Now, Mauricio Pochettino is a name once again that is featured across the morning's newspapers. And so for more on this, pleased to say that talkSPORT reporter Sam Ellard is back with us. So come on, Sam, what are they saying?
Morning, yeah, this is on the more of that in a second. First, this is the story on the back of the Mail this morning by Adrian Kajumba and Pete Jensen. Tottenham's pursuit of Pochettino has hit two obstacles. Though they retain hope, he still could be tempted back to North London. Now, those obstacles are Paris Saint-Germain a move to tighten their grip on Pochettino by triggering an extension to his contract, now tying him to the club until 2023. Meanwhile, long-term admirers Real Madrid have installed Pochettino as their top choice to succeed Zinedine Zidane at the Bernabeu. Now, talks have been held between Poch and Spurs, during which he confirmed he would be willing to make a sensational return. Since then, though, Zidane has left Madrid for a second time, with the Frenchman's departure coming last week. And the strength of Madrid's interest has sparked concerns at Spurs that this could be a game changer in the chase for Pochettino. Darren, do you agree with that? Is that a game changer for Tottenham if Real Madrid come knocking?
In terms of
trying to get him back to the club?
Well, listen, I can understand why they'd want to get him back. I don't think it's a game changer, but I'm not quite sure what it is, if I'm honest, in terms of Pochettino returning, because he obviously wants to go to an elite club in terms of PSG. Doesn't really go for him. But I can understand where maybe it's comfortable for him, maybe at Spurs, in terms of what he did there before he left.
Is it a case of unfinished business? Maybe does that appeal to him most at Spurs?
Potentially, but listen, you'd like to think if they want to bring him back, they're going to have to back him, because that was the issue in the first place, which is why I left. Obviously, the team got to the end of the cycle. There wasn't real investment, and he ultimately ended up leaving, going to PSG.
Yeah, we've had arguments before, haven't we, about Pochettino and his. I think he's an elite level coach.
You were already having it in the break before we even started talking about this.
We went to PSG. Why do you think Real Madrid would be interested? According to this report, long-term admirers, their number one choice at the moment, with Zidane gone. Why do you think one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest club in the world, would want Mauricio Pochettino as their manager?
Because Real Madrid, I guess, are going for that kind of they've got to start again the cycle. I mean, their players' aging squad, it's not the Real Madrid it once was. And if you look at what Pochettino liked, certainly at Spurs, the way he kind of rebuilt that squad, got them to a Champions League final, you have to give him credit for that. He would be the perfect manager. You look at some of the managers that are about. Now, listen, if it was me, I'd rather a Conte or someone like that over Pochettino. I think they're better managers. I would go for someone like that. But if you talk about someone who can start from the ground up again, and it seems strange saying that about Real Madrid, Pochettino has done that before. But it does surprise me that he is their number one target, considering he's gone to PSG, the French League, and not won it. Now, it's harder to not win the French League with that squad than not to win it. So it's surprising that he's the number one target.
I think if you look at his work at Spurs, it's not surprising at all.
Oh my goodness, let that go.
No, but it's not though. I mean, I think if you look at 5 seasons at Tottenham, working certainly compared to rival clubs on a very, very limited budget, bringing through young players, playing attractive football. I mean, you played for Tottenham, right? I mean, can you imagine the Tottenham teams you played in competing? It just wouldn't happen, but he made that possible.
But let me ask a question,
he made that possible because he's a world-class coach.
No, he's not.
Top 4 football, year in, year out. No, but also as well, another thing as well, it's 2 years today since Tottenham got to a Champions League final. And you sort of, you laughed at the fact that they lost that final, like it's, a negative thing. See, for me, taking Tottenham to a Champions League final, that's an unbelievable achievement. The fact that's even possible,
that makes him a world-class coach. Because let me ask a question.
Over a 5-year period, limited budget, top 4 football every season.
That doesn't make you a world-class coach. Let me give you an example, right? So why, if he's a world-class coach, right, how can he not let PSG win the French League? That's impossible to do. Right? No, listen, 1 second.
It's not impossible.
So he got to PSG the 2nd of January. Was it January?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
2nd of January.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's more than enough games to win the French League. He doesn't do it.
Okay.
Thomas Tuchel goes to Chelsea later and wins the Champions League. Now, that's the difference in getting the job done. And neither of them spent any money. Thomas Tuchel, who you said Pochettino was better than, you said Tuchel's not an elite manager, has somehow found a way of getting Chelsea to win the Champions League. And Pochettino has managed to fail winning the French League with PSG. And they've had Mbappe, Neymar, Verratti, Icardi, Di Maria. How can you not win the French League? How does that make you an elite manager?
Well, I've explained why he's an elite manager.
They
did win 2 trophies this season as well.
The French League,
he has won trophies. And there's absolutely no doubt. Look, on Thomas Tuchel, by the way, solely on him, he's done an unbelievable job.
And they were 9th, by the way.
Unbelievable job in the 6 months that he's been at Chelsea. There's no doubt about that. But on Pochettino, firstly, they did win 2 trophies. And there's absolutely no doubt, in the summer, bring some of his own players, he would be hugely successful.
So why is he on out already?
And by the way, hasn't put off Real Madrid, has it? I'm sorry, but 6 months at Paris Saint-Germain does not undo 5 years of incredible work at Tottenham Hotspur. You downplay.
I know that. He did a very good job. He did a very good job, but he's not an elite manager for me.
Competing with the two Manchester clubs, Chelsea, Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp,
Leicester,
top 4 football every single season. But that year, Leicester, they came above Pep's Man City, Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. The 5 years at Tottenham, he did an unbelievable job. Limited budget compared to the best teams in the country. Not winning the French League in 6 months does not undo the incredible work he did at Tottenham.
He is not, for me, that's more than enough time to win the French League, but you've tried to put him in the same bracket as like Klopp, Pep Guardiola. Not a chance, because that is a given. Like, put it this way, Brendan Rodgers gets no credit for winning the Scottish League at Celtic. People go, he should win that. Pochettino's in the same bracket. He's got the best players in France. There's more than enough time to win the French League, and he doesn't do it. Tuchel comes to Chelsea, who are 9th, and wins the Champions League. But you still say that Pochettino's better than Tuchel. I don't understand that.
Yeah, he is. Look, Mauricio Pochettino would be a better, let's say Real Madrid, would be a better long-term option than an Antonio Conte, than a Thomas Tuchel, 100%. A world-class coach, he improves players, brings players through the academy, doesn't need hundreds of £1 million to spend. Not winning the French League in 6 months, Darren, cannot undo. You played for Tottenham. You know how bad Tottenham were before Pochettino came to the club. He took Tottenham Hotspur to a Champions League final. Champions League football, year in, year out.
He's a good manager, but he's not elite.
He's an elite level manager. He's a world class coach, and that's why Real Madrid. That's why he's Real Madrid's number one choice.
So he's
world class coach.
He's better than Thomas Tuchel right now.
If I had to appoint a manager, long term, I'd go Pochettino over Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, laugh. One doesn't win the French League, but one wins the Champions League.
This has been very entertaining for me. I've quite enjoyed it.
We argue about this all the time.
You do, clearly.
Every day about Pochettino.
Every day.
And I don't even know who won that one. It was good though. I quite enjoyed it.
Let me ask you a question.
I shouldn't have said this.
Would you put him in the same bracket though? Seriously, as a Pep, Klopp?
No, I wouldn't. Not right now, no. But that's because he hasn't won something major and all that sort of stuff.
Unai Emery?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Whoa. You're going with that one. And it's a really fascinating debate, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with Mauricio Pochettino. But now that Real Madrid have come into the equation, you do wonder if Daniel Levy's now thinking, do I need to rush things a little bit?
Look, the biggest clubs want the best managers in the world. Simple as that.
They don't.
Indeed.
Madrid want Pochettino, don't they?
Sam, for now, thank you.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.